Yep. We in it. We in it, boys.
There we go.
Here we go.
The Lecture Hall.
Yeah.
There you go.
Lecture Hall. It's for all of y'all.
Where at?
Who?
All of y'all. Hey, it's crazy. You already know what it is, man. we ain't gotta waste no time with it. Let's go ahead and jump into this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, ATL. We out there like them drivers.
Come on now.
Yeah.
ATL.
Yeah.
Oh, four.
Yeah. Brake, gas, hit the brake, gas, brake, gas. I'ma do it like a driver do. Brake, gas, hit the brake, gas, brake, gas. Watch me do it like a driver do. Bet I put a driver in the wall if he close to me. I'ma hit the turn full speed. Watch me shoulder lean victory. Got it in the bag like some groceries. Supposed to be the best, ain't nothing less. More Ovaltine, hanging with the bosses. Put some comments on my con. Hey, we in this. Come on, we in this. We in this. We in this.
All right.
Hey, y'all see it. Look. Hey, y'all see it, boys.
Man.
Y'all see it. The taco piñata.
Ah, man. The love of victory.
Yeah. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Hey.
That thing around.
Oh, yeah. Y'all see it, boys. Y'all see it, boys. Hey. This is, I'm glad to get back in here to talk about Atlanta Motor Speedway, boys.
With me
Great.
amigos.
Yes, mi amigos. Amigos. Yeah. Y'all already know. Everybody that's watching this already know the outcome of the race, but you know, we're gonna talk about it. But we just want to talk about our experiences. For
sure.
You know what I'm saying? And those y'all don't know, Cap Houston. And to my right, Mr. Marshall McFadden.
Let's get it.
And to his right, Mr. Evan.
Hey.
Howdy.
Evan the Unit Clay.
The unit. That TikTok. Gas man stand is a unit.
Yeah, just gas man stand. It just jumped in the head just now. But hey, ATL, you know what I mean? Unbelievable. I'm telling you, I don't think I've ever seen any racing the way this intermediate track.
Yeah.
You know, Atlanta's. I remember we was walking in. We was like, you know, it's a mile and a half, and this track races like a super speedway.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, super speedway.
Race like Daytona, short like what Phoenix.
Yeah, well, no, Phoenix a little shorter. You know, Phoenix like it is like Charlotte. You know what I mean? Mile and a half, intermediate track. Yeah, and they drafting. You know what I mean? Like they had Daytona Talladega. Which is unheard of. And when they repaved it 2021, that's kind of created that style of racing. And
a lot of people weren't too happy about it. Like at first, like it had to grow on them. But I mean, like
I like it.
After what I saw this weekend, I'm like, hey, I'm sold. You know what I mean?
I love it, bro.
And some people just can stuck in their ways, and a lot of people don't like change because it could go either way.
Right.
I remember when they repaved Bristol one time, and it even changed the banking, and a lot of fans felt like the racing hasn't been the same since. But here in this situation with Atlanta, we just it just showed some with that especially with the car that we have now. Yeah, it showed some great racing.
Absolutely,
great weekend for racing for sure. In all three series, all three series was good, really good.
Very eventful, man.
Yeah.
Fun fact about Atlanta Motor Speedway, it was first built in 1960.
Give him the history then, Cap.
Yeah.
Give him the history then. Speak on it. Okay.
You know what I mean? I had to look into it. I was like, racing, like, let me go check on this track and see what they got going on. But what stood out the most to me is you wouldn't guess how much it cost initially to build that track in 1960. $1.8 million. You know, that's
A lot.
But in the 60s, but in the 60s though, that's 1.8. That carried a lot of weight back then. They carried a lot of weight.
Okay. That was good or bad?
No,
Sound like a lot of money regardless. But back then, I bet so.
But it probably costs that much to run an event there now.
It's big difference now.
Or more.
Big money now.
You know, it probably costs that much to get like artists like Pitbull to perform there. You know what I mean? To come out. You know what I mean? But hey, it was what y'all think about it, man?
Man, my biggest takeaway for me is being in Atlanta. And I talked to me and Pete was actually having a conversation this morning, and he saw the same thing that I saw. man, a diverse crowd. I mean, you had people everywhere from all different shapes, sizes, colors. Man, it was just great to see. It was just great to see that. I think NASCAR is definitely, you know, on the up and up. So it was good. It was good to see just a diverse crowd out there. It was great.
I enjoyed that. Actually, I'm glad you said that, man. I enjoyed that a lot because I spent half my life in Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta for about 12, 13 years.
Okay.
And like growing up, like I played high school ball there, college ball, all of that. And I never really, like, no one ever said anything about NASCAR to me.
Wow.
Like, my family, my friends, like, I just, no one's ever been like, hey, man, I'm going down to Atlanta Motor Speedway this week.
Did you know the Speedway was there? Like, did you feel whenever the NASCAR races in town, did, like, traffic pick up back then? Or?
I mean, I guess, like, you know, I lived on the east side of Atlanta over in DeKalb County, so, like, that traffic wouldn't really affect
east side.
Like, the track is in South Atlanta, like south past the airport.
So you was in the suburbs. What you saying?
No, I'm saying NASCAR's in the suburbs. We weren't really affected by that, but still, like, you know, it's such a big event. Like, I felt like I should have heard more about it, but like now I'm starting, like, you know, I got friends in Atlanta, and they're like, oh man, I heard the race is in town this weekend. I even had a guy that I played football with, and won a championship in high school with. He reached out to me, was like, hey man, are you gonna be at the race this weekend? I'm coming down. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to be there, man. Check us out.
You know, talking about that is real interesting because, you know, a good friend of ours works for NASCAR, Erica Wilson.
For sure. Yeah.
You know, their team has an event called Speed Season. And their initiative is to attract the new black NASCAR fans.
Yeah.
So that could be, you know, with them doing those type of events there, like they have the DJs come out and they actually got in the community and go to some HBCUs and do some giveaways, ticket giveaways, and you got to be on the list. Like you just can't go. You like really get out there and get involved in the community and get them to come out and be like, hey, come look at this, check this NASCAR race out. So with, you know, when you were coming up, we didn't have, you know, the time that you spent there, you didn't have anything like that.
Never heard about it.
And I think that's all of that together is contributing to bringing that comfort when we walk to the track, track now. We see people that look like us, that not just on pit crews and crew members,
just everywhere,
fans. Yeah, and it's a beautiful
and they appreciate it. They look like they were enjoying themselves.
Man.
Yeah.
If I would have known about a race like this, if I would have saw a race like this when I was in high school, knowing nothing about the sport, man, I would be like, oh, I need to check out more NASCAR because the racing was incredible this weekend.
You know, and speaking on what our good friend Erica, what she doing with the speed season, I think the next event that they're gonna have with that. So if you know see anybody in Nashville or Fall Richmond, they're gonna do the same thing. So if you know some people in that area, you know, get them with Erica, and she can kind of show them the way and introducing them to NASCAR for sure.
And something I was wanting to say to add to that, it goes to Evan too, because Evan went to school in Nashville.
I did, Tennessee State.
Yeah. There you go. Now, did you hear anything about NASCAR while you was there? Besides
it was shut down. Remember, they just reopened that track.
Okay.
What years did y'all race in NASCAR before the 2 years ago when they started?
Yeah, I can't remember the exact year.
You got me on that one.
Yeah.
I was at Tennessee State from 2013 to 2015. I spent 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And I never heard about the track, but I think it was closed at that time because remember NASCAR just reopened it. But I mean, the turnouts that NASCAR has had since they've reopened Nashville have been insane. Like sold out crowds. Like it's been dope, man. So like, I wish I would have heard about it.
So it'll be cool to for us to pop up into the speed season event in Nashville and just just shake hands and welcome some of the new black NASCAR fans that's coming in.
Give them a little lecture.
Yeah. Let them know what it looks like over at Trackhouse. You know what I mean? How much fun we having, and
a lot of HBCUs out there too. They got Fisk and they got Tennessee State out there.
If we get early enough, man, we pop into some HBCUs. Yeah,
we can reach out.
Do our own Lecture Hall initiative. You know what I mean?
Hey, I like what you're thinking on that, Cap.
There's nothing wrong with it, right?
Yeah, let's put it on a broader scale. I like it.
Yeah, go out there and pop out there and talk to some kids. Because we having kids come to the track. The Boys and Girls Club was at the track
this weekend.
in Atlanta.
This weekend.
And they got a chance to speak with all of us and hear some of our stories, and just hopefully that just that little bit of time they spent at the NASCAR race, that they can take that with them, and our stories that we shared with them, they can take that with them into their lives.
For sure. I think when they come to the track and they think of like cars and racing, but when they really take a deeper dive into it, you know, they get to meet people like us. We get to tell our stories. Yeah, we played pro ball. We did X, Y, and Z. Now we actually train and work out for a living. Now they will start turning and they start like, wow. So they really get into it to see that they can actually do this for a living, not the pit crew side, but such as engineers and mechanics and crew chiefs and so on and so on. Because that's what it's about, you know, for us to, you know, show these young kids that there are different type of ways where you can, you know, do better for yourself in the long run. So.
I think when Kat, when you brought him by the pit box, I remember you speaking to him, and you know what I'm saying, like I think you touched on some things where it was like, hey man, it doesn't matter what you look like, where you're from, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying. We're just trying to. It doesn't have to be NASCAR, but we're just trying to expose y'all to some things like, hey, you could do, you know what I'm saying, whatever you want.
Whatever you want to do,
as long as you know what I'm saying, put that effort in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying. So don't
go a long way.
Yeah, and it's and you know, at the same time, like it was a reminder of me, because I ran into somebody at the track that a lot of people don't know, but I know because you know I've been doing this for almost 20 years. When I running into Bill Lester, Bill Lester was great, because not only did talking to him and talking about his time. So, you know, he I think he was driving sport cars then, and he came in the NASCAR world. Drove 9 years in truck series. But one highlight about Bill Lester, he was the first black driver to qualify for a NASCAR Cup race. And that race was in Atlanta.
Wow,
nice.
In 2006, that race was in Atlanta.
Let's get that round of applause.
Oh yeah.
Hey, but talking to Mr. Lester and him being there, I think even he was amazed at what he saw.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
I think he was.
Yeah,
he was like, wow. Because when he was coming, it wasn't diverse. It wasn't a lot of that.
Right.
And for him to see that, because he actually kind of tagged along with us for a little bit.
Yeah, hanging out with us.
Just to be around that energy, and that felt good, you know, for just to put a smile on his face. I thought it was pretty cool.
And it was cool because it was cool walking with him, because the different people would recognize him. Bill, you know, he had his waist manager jacket on, and they was like,
oh, the sponsor.
That was the sponsor. And they was like, hey, Bill, this and that. And I was like, yeah, you know, Mr. Lester. He was like, oh, it's Bill.
Easy.
Don't call me Mr. Lester. But yeah. So one thing I had to tell him was, when I came in, there wasn't a lot of people that looked like me in the sport. But to have a black driver in at the time, it gave me that feeling of like, you know, if I work hard at changing tires, maybe I get to pit for this guy, you know, pit, you know what I mean? It's just like, that, you know, that'd be awesome. But of course, he retired before then, and my skill set is changing tires. I just, you know, had to keep on going, you know what I mean? But but it also reminded me that my presence in the sport, for when, you know, you guys would come in and just to see me still going, I would always hope that would inspire and motivate and just keep everybody in. Yeah. So
nah, you definitely doing that, bro. Yeah. You definitely inspire a lot of people here and a lot of people outside of here. You know, so you just keep doing what you're doing, man. You just keep the blueprint going, bro. We're gonna follow it for sure.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I think it's going in the right direction, man.
Yeah. That's I mean, for one, you know, the lecture hall, we all students of the game.
Come on now.
And you know, we just learn it from each other, and we're here to inspire. Here to inspire, here to motivate, and here to win races.
Don't forget. Yo, track.
Don't forget, we're here to win races as well.
Facts.
Yeah. And what so we always like to talk about the inside experiences behind the scenes. Tell me about a good place y'all ate at in Atlanta.
Man, well, it started as soon as we stepped off that plane. Waffle House.
Hey,
off to a great start.
You can't miss with the Waffle House, bro.
You and ATL.
You can't miss.
Hey,
it's beyond food. There,
what's Kimbo's favorite line about the sauce biscuit?
20 sausage biscuits.
Don't ask why. 20 of them.
Hey, I still never figured out. I say 20, bro. Yeah. He said, 20 sausage biscuits. Serious too. So I ain't figured out. But I'm gonna order 20 sausage biscuits one day.
Yeah, just order.
Just order. Everybody sausage biscuits in Waffle House.
Yeah. So it started there with Waffle House, and what else?
Hey man, went to the track.
Yeah.
Did our deal.
Doubleheader.
Doubleheader.
Oh yeah, another doubleheader.
Doubleheader.
Another doubleheader. What they mean, y'all, about doubleheader races is whenever we have 2 races in that day. So it's usually going to be truck and Xfinity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But in some cases, with rain delays and weather permitting, it may be a Daytona 500 followed by Xfinity race. But normally it's truck and Xfinity schedule. And I mean, weather was great.
It was great.
Weather
it was
beautiful
great
out there.
You
a little windy. Got a little chilly later on in the day. A little windy, but
yeah, it did got a little nippy that night.
When the sun went down, it got a little
got brisk.
Yeah. But the thing about these doubleheaders is one of the biggest things is eating. Because you don't get a lot of time in between races. You got to think about, trucking is finished, probably a 3-hour race each one.
Yeah.
So you got to set up and do all of that. So you want to put fuel in your body.
Yeah.
Like Waffle House, they definitely, got to start it.
Yeah.
But try to find some good food, man. And,
hey, shout out to our truck driver on that 2 truck, man. Had some nice sandwich.
Some subs.
Had a little sandwich baggies.
Yeah. That was big. That was big, Cap. That was big.
Truck driver on a 2 truck, man.
Yeah. Hey, I get him.
I'm talking about he had different flavors too, like turkey, ham, Italian.
Yeah.
Bro, what was next? What was the second race? Xfinity? Bro, listen, after we finished setting up for the Xfinity race, I went and grabbed my little Ziploc bag.
Sat it down.
Hey,
That was big.
Little survival kit.
Yeah, that was all right, man. That was all right.
And afterwards, Evan found us Mexican spot we went to?
Oh, the Mexican spot was dope, man. El Agave.
El Agave.
El Agave, man.
Really good. It was good.
Adelia was serving this, man. Mrs. Adelia.
Yeah.
She got us right. Got us dialed in.
How was that? What'd you get?
What did I get?
Yeah.
Excuse me if I butcher it, but a chile relleno, something like that. And I got the carnitas.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Carnitas guy. I love
hit that carnitas. Get that R in there a little bit. Yeah.
That's pretty good though. Yeah,
that is pretty good.
That's pretty good, bro. That's pretty good, bro.
Not bad, man. Not bad. I'm sure Daniel appreciates us, trying and giving a good effort. Yeah. So now, we done with the doubleheader.
Yep.
It's time to lay down, rest, get ready for Cup, man. So going into the Cup race, you got Pitt and Zane. You know what I'm saying? You get 71. Tell me about how that how the day started and how it ended up.
Man, started great. Started where we kind of got there early. So guys was already tuned in and get ready for this big Sunday. Our first Sunday, because last time obviously got rained out in Daytona. Mm-hmm. The crowd was there. It was a great turnout. So setup was smooth setup. Checked the car, did all of that stuff. It took us about 2 hours, hour and a half, something like that.
To get completely set up?
Yeah, just completely set up. So yeah. So it went so smooth, man. We had about 2 hours just to, kick back, eat, rejoice with the Boys and Girls Club, some of the fans, things of that nature. And, hour before the race, we had our meeting with our crew chief, Steven. Kind of gave us the rundown on what our day going to be like.
Saw Alvin Kamara out there, too.
Oh, I ain't get a chance to see him.
Oh, AK, man. Yeah, AK stepped out.
Okay.
Atlanta's finest.
Mm-hmm.
Over in there, over from Gwinnett County. Across
Okay.
high school.
Okay.
Step out.
But it was smooth, man. I mean, we was ready for a great day. Obviously, our run got cut short.
Yeah.
He ended up running into the wall, got some damage, cut our day short. We ended up having to park it.
Yeah.
So we kind of kicked back and enjoyed the rest of the race. But that's kind of how our day went. Pit stops were solid. What you think?
Pit stops were solid. The ones we had, they were clean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Had a good day.
Cool. So
Top 10 day.
that and for that, what I seen too, looked pretty good. That's on the pit side. That's what we live for. Go out there and perform. Sometimes things happen, but for the most part, we
handled ours.
Yeah, you just want to handle it. You know what I'm saying, and that that's what it is to give that driver that support. Yeah. I think before we go any further, you know what? We're gonna take this moment to talk to our sponsors that we don't have. All right, back at it, right? Back at it. We're talking about ATL. We're talking about the racing style. The similarities with super speedways. Yeah. And like I got a question for you, E, since you gassed the car. We see the drafting similarities with this intermediate track compared to the super speedways. What are the similarities or differences when it comes to, because Daytona, Talladega, like fuel mileage races.
Yeah.
Are there what are similar differences with this track racing like a super speedway as far as fuel mileage strategies?
Well, it's not so much the actual. I guess it's not so much the racing, but like since they repaved it, the tire wear isn't as bad. So you just don't need tires as much.
Yeah.
So like.
So it stretches out that fuel.
Exactly. Okay. So not make it more of a fuel race.
It changes how the crew chiefs want to do their pit strategies, because you need fuel regardless.
Yeah.
But you don't need tires that much because the wear just isn't bad.
Yeah, anything that. Yeah, because the truck race, we only used one set of tires. We did a 2-tire stop.
One set of tires.
And then we did 2 right side tires. Yeah. Next stop was 2 lefts, and then a little splash. What you just ran? We just
right side, left side.
We did do left.
Yeah, we did
left side, right side.
So we did one
left
full
side.
set.
Yeah, and that was it.
That was it.
One full set. That was it.
Yeah, and then Xfinity. Yeah, what did we do? We finished on rights, right?
We did a 4-tire, and then we did a right.
Yeah, right sides. Yeah, 4 tires, right side.
We did 1.5 sets for Xfinity.
Yeah.
And speaking of fuel, the Xfinity, he can tell you, it's a lot of guys that ran out.
Oh, that strategy. And so it kind of keeps me occupied on pit road when we're waiting in between pit stops. I try to like make my own calls in the head, in my mind, to try to see if I'm gonna get it right. See if I can crew chief one day. So I'm talking to E, and
you already know I was there.
Yeah. Last time
I was like, bro, if everybody else in front of us is gonna stay out, shoot, I stay out.
He was like, stay out. I was like, well, E, and my reason for wanting to come in and get the gas was because we already finished third. So we points racing. We want to take a chance, now.
DNF.
Yeah. So we come in, get the fuel, and get the best finish we can. Yeah. So we waited, and crew chief was like, "All right, come in, come in for fuel."
Yeah.
So we come in, fuel it up, splash.
Yeah.
Go back out, and we're sitting 12th. And then he automatically looked, and he was like, "You know what, Cap? Yeah, that's
so everybody behind us came.
Yeah.
So we didn't lose any position.
They had like 6 or 7 up front in front of us. Stayed out. They rolled the dice. They wanted, they must have heard you say, "Hey, stay out and go try to win this."
There's a lot of people thinking the same thing how you was thinking. Bro.
No, I was bluffing. I was setting other teams up, man. That's what I was trying.
Yeah. They knew it was listening. They was watching calls just like.
I was gonna say, man. At the end of the day, bro, you got gas, man. You confident in your work, so I'm gonna ride with you, bro.
I don't get paid to make them kind of calls, bro.
But
crew chief made the right call.
No, I ain't saying you're making the call, but I'm saying your confidence in what you do.
Because he know how much fuel is in there.
You packed it. You got how much you need to get. So I'm just saying, if you feel like that, shoot, I rock with you, bro.
Now, if you'd have ran green, if
I rock with you,
if you'd have ran green, yeah, of course. You
got to take that chance. Yeah. But if it's a caution, you got to come in.
My feeling was wrong as hell. It's wrong.
You don't know though. You don't know. Yeah. You would never know.
And that's what happened. We lined back up.
That's
12,
why crew chiefs get paid the big bucks.
As soon as they waved the green to go, everybody backing out two car. Everybody hitting the
that was
apron.
Crazy, bro.
And we were shooting right around them.
Dropping like flies, bro.
Yeah.
Some of them ain't even make it back to the green.
Right.
Like it was like, all right, 1 to go. And then like before we even got like past the start line, bro, like 3 cars just dropped off.
Yeah. So, and which is great for, that 31 car, Parker coming off a third place finish at Daytona. And then second race, to finish 5th and get 2 top 5s.
Come on now.
So now sitting 6th in points.
That's big.
Yeah,
that's big. That's huge.
But so there was another thing about the Xfinity to highlight, man.
How did the 21 make it, man?
Oh, 20, yeah, he made
it. Because he didn't come get gas. Yeah. He did what I wanted to do.
My point exactly what I was saying. Some people stayed out. They made it, bro.
Think about
I'm saying you really never know.
We might have made it, might have not made it.
There you go. You never know, bro.
Think about it. This track is racing like a super speedway.
Yeah.
Who was leading them? Who was leading them most of the time?
He wasn't leading.
Yeah.
The two car led and ran out.
Yeah.
The two and how much you save, how much fuel you save during the run. All that goes into factor.
Yeah. I mean, it's the only reason I thought because Parker was like he was saving fuel the whole race. So I believe in my guy.
Now you backtracking. Now you
backtracking.
I
said that's why I said what I said. But I said I could have been wrong. We'll never know.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you never know, but you confident in what you do though. But you say it was saving fuel.
It wasn't a wrong choice, because some people tried it.
Yeah.
Some good cars out there. They tried it. Good crew chiefs. They tried it.
Facts.
But just between me and you, my strategy seemed like it seemed to work out.
I agree.
I'm a big Vegas guy, man. I would have rolled the dice. Would have rolled the dice, Cap.
Hey, but we're talking about top fives. Like we got a top five. Guess who else got a top five? My man SVG. Shane Van Gisbergen.
Shane, man.
Shane, yeah. Second start in a NASCAR Xfinity race. Top five.
Second time around.
At an oval.
Yeah.
Not at a road course.
Yeah.
Got a top five at an oval.
Man, one thing about him. Go ahead, Mars.
No. I'm about to say, if you're going to beat him, go ahead and do it now. Because second time around, I don't know if you're going to get the opportunity because he's learning on the fly, bro. He's doing a great job. Doing a great job.
I don't know if y'all watch him. Every time he gets out of the car, even at Daytona, that car was beat up, been through everything, whatever he could go through in that race. That car was messed up, and he was out looking at it, and he had the smile on his face, like, man, this is great. Yeah, love it. Any driver that loves the race like that is gonna be he's gonna be a problem.
He's got that racer blood, man. No matter it's oval, what type of car he's in, what type of track he's at, bro, just loves the race, man.
It don't
I love to see it.
Love to see it.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to SVG. We're done with SVG. Yeah, you know me.
Come on.
Yeah, and I'm, of course, I'm gonna be one of my faves. SVG from
why? Why is that, Cap? Speak on it. Why is that?
All right, let everybody know, bro.
Got my first Cup win. Chicago.
That was your first one?
Yeah, first Cup win with Chicago.
In the city.
The great thing, that's the first time running a street race in the sport of NASCAR, man.
First Chicago race ever, y'all. Cap Houston.
Yeah.
In the history books.
We always seem like we're always talking about certain, last week it was, Daytona wins and stuff like that, man. I really got to sit back and look at my accomplishments in this sport, man.
You will when you're done. You will.
Yeah. You will. I guess I got a bin at the crib just with all the hats, like Xfinity and truck wins. I have to go through them and just see, where
that's what I need.
I'm gonna just start
a bin for my hats.
I'm gonna get you a hat bin, man. You got a lot coming, especially you got a lot coming to you. You got a lot more wins coming, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Now back on the Cup side, I thought it was a good race as well. Getting into that.
Yeah.
Drafting was interesting, man.
Oh yeah, you was talking about that.
Like the way they draft and even Daytona, like when you get out of that line and you get some people going with you, like you can work the bottom, you can get up there and make some noise, but like when at Atlanta, man, they struggled on the bottom.
They did.
Yeah.
Anytime you got out of line, man, it's like you lose 3, 4.
It looked like whoever, you have to work with the right people.
Exactly.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
That's the biggest. At
the end, they got that bottom working.
Yeah,
a couple guys got that bottom working.
That's because people put the pressure on now. I got to make something shake because I can't make because everybody was on the outside.
Can't be scared.
So when you get down those last couple laps, you got to make some moves. You got to make something happen. And then there was more people that was going to the bottom. But before that, you had most people riding outside the whole time.
Yeah.
So when you were at the bottom, it just was a struggle because you just ain't had that train with you.
Right.
A lot of guys couldn't keep the car straight. It was a lot of wrecks, man.
Yeah.
A lot more wrecks than I thought it would be.
Yeah. I don't know if it was grip, the surface just didn't get in the field because it had an early wreck, which a lot of cars were involved in.
Second lap.
Even Daniel, you got a little nose damage from it.
Little fender bender.
And same thing. And I love going back to the comparisons with super speedways because being that you're in the draft, any damage on the nose, you have to patch it. You have to patch it up. You have to fix it up. Shout out to the 99 guys for
they did a good job.
Good job patching it up. And then, squid the whole team. you know, and I know Squid. His
Ain't
voice.
been 2 weeks and got him a win.
But he don't get really excited. But at the same time, his you know, how he talk to you, his calm voice. You know what I mean? Could just,
you need that.
Yeah, you need that, especially you get involved in something early and be like, all right, we're still in this. You know what I mean? Just to give that reminder. That
sure.
Me
and Evan worked for Squid last year, so it couldn't have happened to a better guy. You know, so you know, shout out to him and that 99 team.
Yeah. So they, like I said, prepared the car. You get back out there. Now everybody's getting settled in. And so one thing I do notice about the Atlanta races, that at certain points, like everybody gets lined up. Because, like you said, you can't run that bottom, so you just get lined up until, and it's like, who's gonna
jump down there with me?
Right, and that's what I love about NASCAR having segments, because now you're going for points. There's some points out there to go get. So you're not going, if it wasn't for segments, you had long green flag runs. And it'll be like
single file
until
200 laps of single file.
Few race every weekend.
So now you get the little carrot out there. You got some points to go out there and get. So then, boom, here we come. We're coming for, you know, we're trying to get that top 10 each segment to get more points. So it's a lot involved that would I feel like make this a good race.
I agree.
Also, man, people, like we talked about last week, man, how important those spotters are. Because a lot of people don't know. They just see a guy drop to the bottom, and then a guy goes with him, and then they're making a run for the front for the win. But a lot of people don't know the spotters that are watching the race and communicating with the driver. They're up top watching the race, at top of the grandstands, and they're going to talk to other spotters. It's like, hey man, we about to make a run for this thing. Is your guy gonna come with us or not? Like if they're Chevy manufacturers, they might link up with another Chevy guy, be like, hey man, we about to make a run for this thing. You coming with us or what?
Or he's gonna go up there and be like, hey, you need to get out of the way.
Facts.
You're not, and for real, because some cars, they not set up to lead. And the drivers will be like, they're not leading. I'm about running over them at half throttle.
That's how a lot of wrecks start.
So, but that car being the third car could be the tail, and that those three could really move together. So it'll take
one shot. One thing I remember, I think it was last year. I think colleague had like 4 cars, and then it was like on this lap, all that's gonna shoot to the bottom.
Hey, that was crazy.
That was the best. That was the best scene I seen in my life. All 4 of them at the same time, bro. Just
right. It was
dope.
It was
crazy. It was
Daytona, and like our crew chief got on the mic with the driver. He was like, hey man,
smooth.
Get your mind right. He was like, in a couple laps, we're gonna make that move we talked about. And then like them boys came around on the turn 4, and they got on the straightaway up front, getting ready to go into turn 1. And it was like 3, 2, 1. All you see, all the colleague cars drop to the bottom together.
It was dope.
Making a run for the front.
Dope. So it goes to show you exactly what you've been talking about. For sure.
And you gotta have some. Hey, you gotta have some friends out there. Hey man, you gotta some friends.
Got some amigos.
Yes. Either you got some friends or you got some amigos.
There you go.
You got you some amigos that's gonna run with you
this week.
And this week
you gonna want some amigos.
Yes.
Why is that? Why is that?
Yeah, and Daniel's amigos, man. You know what I mean?
Where that taco at, man?
Tossing around.
Oh yeah. This for you, Daniel. This for you. Another the thing about that brings so much momentum early to the, not only just to the 99 team, not only for Squid second race, but to the whole shop. Everybody in the shop. I mean, you walk through the shop right now, and it's like, it's like, yes,
it's love, man. It's love. It's love.
I love that for Daniel, man.
Yeah, but guess what? Guess what I love for the shop? Because Ross, top 10, finished 7th. And y'all know what that means.
What that mean?
It's the ice cream man.
Come on, man.
It's the ice cream man. Hey, when we 2 cars in the top 10, the whole shop gets ice cream.
Good ice cream too.
Yeah, good ice cream.
Good ice cream.
And they look for it. They're gonna. I get reminded. I walk out here right now. They be like, "Hey, when's the ice cream coming? When's the ice cream coming?" So, shout out to that. Shout out to them. We got that ice cream coming. great momentum for the organization, man.
I love that, man.
And
love that for Daniel.
Snowball effect, bro. It's getting bigger and bigger.
It's getting bigger and bigger. Yeah. So guess what? You know, we're gonna close out this thing. We're getting ready to go to Vegas. Getting ready to go to Vegas. We're gonna eat good. Yeah, we're gonna eat good in Vegas. We're gonna we're gonna stay away from the tables.
Yep.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. Listen, and we might not. I'm gonna have to inform y'all. We won't be doing our podcast next week because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. There you go, Cap. I know we talking about it, but now we'll see you back. But we're gonna close this thing out with a little celebration of mi amigo Daniel. Daniel, hey, check it out. Come on. Hey! Suarez! Hey! Suarez! Hey! Suarez! Suarez!
There we go.
There we go.
Nice. And that's a wrap.
And that's a wrap. Lecture Hall. Lecture Hall.